Hi, welcome to the Stories of Stories, where you're trying to find out that you're actually an agent and psychic. And if you don't believe me, well, my whole social media is all about showing you that you are. So get your mind broke, awaken, and join me on this video adventure on showing you life paths. And this goes into numerology and can be a start for you to finding out who you truly actually are behind all those phony religions, all those phony bullshit labels that they give you, disabled, you know, all these things that they tell you you got. You don't got it. What you do got is something very special here. So come along. Warning. This whole video spoils multiple storylines of various medias. If you want to immerse into these stories and dislike spoilers, I highly suggest being aware that I connect many stories that end up being spoiled with no warning. Often traumatizing media is shared. If you are sensitive, try to be brave. This is all of our trauma, all of our stories of stories. The Stories of Stories is a choose-your-own adventure about our journey to becoming heroes. Pick your role and jump through our chaotic dimensions with me. You are avoiding the evil known as the snake cult. My story might look vastly different than an SOS you'd weave. Try to figure out the stories I tell. Some stories span multiple videos, times, and media types. We all share the same stories in the end, and all come to the same final ending. Think outside your box. End all hate when you simply create. Godspeed, heroes. May you understand the true story of the story of stories.
Bro, it fell off. We ain't done? Saving it for... What do you mean? Come here, oh. Excuse me?
Survive out here is what is currently on our backs. Okay. All right. We're going down. All right. We're on like 2 feet of snow right now.
All right. We got to get back fishing because where there's one, there's more.
All right. Let's put this on the bench.
I really hope Jimmy and the guys are safe. We're trying to get it all ready before they get here because hopefully they caught a fish.
Are you ready to make them a fire, Chandler?
Almost. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. What's on fire? We got fire.
All right, we got a little fire going. Now we just gotta...
Like, his mom's been on his case about it for weeks now. I don't even know what she's so mad about anymore, honestly. She's just constantly writing him about everything. It's pretty brutal. So, yeah, last night, Jason and Luke totally bailed on me. Like, the second things got real, they were out. But I'm thinking, you know what? Screw it. This can't be real. Is anyone in there? Anybody home? You're fucking kidding me?
Online, you see people make these statements about how everyone in Skyrim and Morrowind, they're just kind of assholes. Well, with Morrowind, the people playing, they're also assholes. But we're not talking about them today. Instead, I'm going to be proving everyone wrong and showing that both Morrowind and Skyrim are actually quite friendly places, and I'll also be proving which is the friendliest. Now, of course, we need to use the most scientific method of all for this, which, as we all know, is bingo. The rules, they're gonna be simple. I'm gonna have 30 minutes to go on Google Scholar, which is essentially Google search, but for PhDs and research papers and weird things sometimes. And we're gonna find any traits on how to be a friend or how to make friends or friendliness and we're gonna randomly fill out these squares. Then, once that's done, I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes inside Morrowind and 30 minutes inside Skyrim to knock out as many as possible. 5 in a row, that gets you a bingo. We compare times for each games for their bingos to see who's the friendliest.
Welcome everybody to a game called The Rake Sees You. Okay, I mean, do you like what you see? Okay. Obviously they're gonna get closer, right? Guys? Fellers? Oh, shoot. They're gonna end up behind me. I already know it. I'm coming! They're inside the house. The call's coming from inside the house, everybody.
All right. So, how do you find out your life path? Who are you outside of the back rooms and all the chaos? That's a good question. So, we're gonna base this off of my own life path, and I'm gonna show you how you do the calculations and how to figure out a piece of who you are. Now, if you've been following, now the sun's going all crazy today. It's very bright and happy. But this is psychic theory, right? Proving that psychic theory is true. Right, we have the Lotus. I've already talked about this in a previous video. You have to go find it if you really want the full breakdown. But basically, there's 6 categories of training for becoming a psychic, or finding out if you're psychic. You can use all these different methods before you do the 6th, which is the physically becoming the psychic. Because if you do not practice and you do not control yourself, or have any god control, then yeah. Foundation's gonna come pick you up.
We're rolling in this time. We have a true 630.
here. Carolyn! Carolyn! In that hole. Right there. Carolyn? Oh my God. Go around. Bathsheba! By the power of God, I condemn you back to hell!
This is your daughter! You can't give in!
Roger, we need to get her to fight from the inside! Don't let her do this to you, okay? Don't let this thing do this. You gotta fight it. I know you're stronger than serious. You gotta fight it! Keep it going, Roger! You gotta stay with us, alright? Come on back, Carolyn. Lorraine, that's it! Get her back!
Remember what you showed me! Remember that day that you said you would never forget!
That seems to be in return later on.
You said they meant the world to you. This is what you'll be leaving behind.
When a hyper-aggressive lizard or an evil living cow heart starts rampaging through your town, or a sinister salesman turns up in your home, who are you gonna call? Hint, it's not the Ghostbusters. The answer is the SCP Foundation's Mobile Task Force. You probably heard them mentioned in every single video on this channel, but what exactly is a Mobile Task Force? What do they do for the SCP Foundation? And what are some of the most famous mobile task forces in the field? Let's crack open the files and take a look. In short, mobile task forces are the Foundation's elite personnel, and each task force is generally made up of highly trained Foundation operatives with specific skill sets. These MTFs aren't rooted in any one base and are relocated to wherever they're required, hence the mobile part of the name. The exact parameters on what an MTF can be is pretty flexible. The size of their units can vary from whole battalions of troops packing heavy artillery to small, tight-knit groups of intelligence-gathering spies. Some mobile task forces are bound to specific SCPs, whereas others perform more generalized tasks, such as securing certain facilities or territories. When the regular rank-and-file Foundation field agents can't do the job, the MTFs are brought in to pick up the pieces. Each group is controlled by a mobile task force commander, who reports to the Foundation Director of Task Forces, though the actual organizational structure of each group varies. Sometimes MTFs, which were created for extremely specific purposes, are disbanded after that purpose is achieved. How many mobile task forces are there exactly?
So, my birthday, we're gonna break it down. So, it's July 23rd, 1988. Now, we need full numbers to be able to... Oh, can you even see that? When in doubt, get a Sharpie. So, we need this full numbers. So, we're gonna have to convert this to its month number. So, this is our final number here. And it doesn't really matter how you write it. Now, if we go and look at... Now, if we take a look at Google, it tells you to do it in a certain order. It doesn't matter, okay? Numerology will sort itself out. If you are trying to do anything with numerology and they're giving you a certain perfect formula that they want you to follow, just know that that is just their method and isn't actually how numerology in a whole works, because the numbers themselves speak. Individual numbers speak, okay? They are alive. Any language is living. So when you're doing numerology, don't get too caught up in, oh, I did the wrong order, or I put the day before the month. Like, that doesn't matter in the end, okay? You're still gonna get the same result. So basically what you want to do is convert all of the numbers in your birth date into single numbers. So 7, right? This is 07. Well, this would just be 7, right? So that one's easy. 23. How do we get this down to a single number? Well, we'd have to add. So 2 plus 3. That's 5. Okay? Now we have 1988. How do we convert that down? Well, we're going to have to add all of those numbers up. 9 plus 8 plus 8. Now, I'm not good at math, so we're going to go get a calculator. Calculators can be your best friend, okay? You don't need to remember all the formulas of numbers in your head to do numerology. I think a lot of people put pressure on people to learn math, and you don't need to know all the math formulas to pick up numerology. That's a false reality and false illusion. Knowing more times tables of division, all that stuff, all these different triangle formulations and stuff, yeah, that can help you if you're trying to do advanced numerology and, like, I don't know, do rocket science or something for God. And again, it all has to do with God. If you're trying to do rocket scientist stuff, trying to, you know, like, trying to make, I don't know, portals, okay, portals, crazy weapons, all this stuff, trying to go to space, if you're not doing it for God, you're not going to get the codes right. They're going to backfire. You're going to create black hole singularities. You're basically going to end up in a dead end in the stories of stories. And it has happened again and again and again, of people that are going too hard in numerology, looking for the wrong things and for the wrong reasons. You do not use numerology to gain money. You do not use it to manifest stuff. The numbers will then come back and haunt your ass. And trust me, they will haunt your ass. Okay, you will not be able to escape them, and then eventually you will die to the numbers. They will paint you a death day, and as soon as you see that death day, they got you. You're going to manifest it. You're going to manifest that death day. That's what happens if you fuck around with numerology and you have no God control. Okay, numerology is like advanced, for advanced psychic stuff, okay? Don't be messing around with the numbers, okay? The unknown Pokemon. They're unknown Pokemon. Okay, so we want to do 9 plus, or 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8, which gives us 26, which is the current year. Because everything for me is a prophecy, okay? And you'll find out when you do your star charts, you also have a prophecy. And don't let people get in your head and tell you it's nonsense and tell you, oh, it's just coincidence. There is no coincidence. You were given these numbers for a reason. They're unique. Your unique code. It's like a unique gene in your organic body. It's unique. And a lot of people want to suck the energy out of you and suck everything that you have. Suck your potential away because they're snake cultists. And there's a lot of snake cultists right now. And they're a gang. And they're in every country. So just remember, they can't win. They have death dates above their heads. And they refuse to repent.
First, I wrote the names of the worst criminals I could think of, like I was cleaning up the world one name at a time, so that eventually no one will ever do anything evil again.
Okay, so now that we have 26, well, that's not a single number, so we're gonna have to break that down again. So 2 plus 6, which is 8. Okay, so now we do have all these numbers, right? We got 7, 5, and 8. Now, these on their own, you can digest these numbers as individuals. and you can get different stuff out of these, right? 7 is a very, very spiritual number. Same with 5. 5 happens a lot and pops up a lot, especially in the Stories of Stories. The SOS that I weave, 5 comes up a lot. Same with 8. 8 is for infinity. Okay, now that we have these numbers, we still have to convert these down. These need to be a single number. So we just keep reducing or adding the number till we eventually get a single number. So 7 plus 5 plus 8 is 20. So now we have 20. And again, goes back to the prophecy. Yep. So now that we have 20, well, if you do 2 plus 0 equals 2. So my number, life number, path number is 2. It's called life path number. Oops. Numerology. Okay, in case you can't find it on Google, you can always add the tag numerology, and then it will get you the right place if you're getting weird stuff when you look up life path number. So now that you have this ultimate number, what do you do with this number, right? So again, you can dissect this number as its own, find out what that means to you. For me, this date, so if I made this all into a date, right? This would be the 2nd something. Now what would be the month? We don't have a month. So the month could be one of these numbers. 7, 5, 8. July's coming up. That's the 7th month. There's also 5, so January, February, March, April, May. It's currently May, so it's probably May. And what's interesting is this date, in June, I have a court date. Yeah. So let's talk about Statue of Liberty now. Now, I did talk about Statue of Liberty on TikTok, but this is decoding Statue of Liberty. Okay, so the Romans are very sneaky about how they do their language because there was too many people infiltrating. So they made it very difficult for people to understand their language that weren't Roman, or aren't Roman, or don't see real God. So Statue of Liberty was first shown to the public right here, so 1886. So we can break that down. I have 88 here, and the leftover numbers are 16. So we have a 16 and 88. Now this is a personal thing for me. Statue of Liberty is very personal to me. Okay? Now this might not work for you, because Statue of Liberty, again, is me. Okay, so 16, that comes up in No Man's Sky. That's a video game. It's a call sign that the aliens use to try to call and communicate with your ship because they're lost in the back rooms. 88, this goes into my birthday, 1988. Okay? So the next thing about Statue of Liberty is now you take my birth year. So I was born July, right? 07. 1988. Okay? So we can use this 3. This is the thing, is you're going to have to do puzzling with this is what the Romans want you to do. Okay? They want you to puzzle. So we gotta use this 3. So we can do 16 plus 3, which equals 19. See how it's going in a circle here? And then we already have the 88. And there's the 19. You're going to have to figure this out about your own birth stuff, by the way. So now on the tablet of Statue of Liberty, it says July, IV, M space D C C L, and then right next to it says XXVI. You can go look at a picture just to confirm. Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty tablet. Statue of Liberty tablet. Tablet! You fucking fucks. I'm going to fucking murder you. Statue of Liberty tablet. Suck your tax. Jeez. This is what I'm exposing right now. Okay, so you can see the tablet says July. Oh, yep, I got it right. Okay, so now let's break this down. What does that mean? What does that mean in Roman? Because that's what we need to figure out here, right? So I've already decoded this on a separate piece of paper, but I'm doing it again here to show you how you can also do it and how I did it. So July is 07. So again, we have 07 here, we have 07 here, we have a connection. Okay? You can also say this and this also connect. Okay? Making connections. Okay? And we're going to use this 16 at another time here soon. Okay, and then IV is 4. But the Romans like to divide and multiply things. This is where advanced math comes in. So this also is 2. Okay? It's one or the other. Or it can be both. Romans are sneaky like that. Okay? And now we're going to go on to the number or the letters. Before we get to this number, we have to decode the M, which in Roman, that's 1,000. Okay, and then there's a space. So we're just going to put an X because that's important. There's a space. D is 500. And then we have C, and L. C is, technically CC is 200. So we wouldn't need this separated. And then L is 50. So what does this mean, right, in numerology? Or to the Romans, right? Because a lot of people, I don't think, understand this. This M1 right here, it's hangman. Okay, you know the game Hangman? They love the game Hangman. So because the Statue of Liberty is about justice, that's why we use the puzzle Hangman. Hangman puzzle. Here we can see Hangman puzzle. You usually have to guess a number of letters to make a word. So in this case, 1,000 means that there is a 4-digit number we are looking for. So that's the start of the hangman. So we're looking for 4 digits. So we're not sure what that number will be. Okay, and then we have 525. 525. This is a Boaz and Jashin thing going on here. The Romans, they love God, okay? They love God. So this is very spiritual to them. So first we have to realize that there's a 25 here. And I've talked about 25 and what 25 represents. It's the observers. The people that observe you. Observers. Okay, don't get scared that you're being stalked by whatever. It's God. God's angels stalking you. Okay, and there's a whole thing about 25 in my videos. You have to go find that out. Go search and find, okay? You're not going to get all of it in here. Okay, and then we also have 5 and 5, which would be representing pillars.
The Big Five are a group of Kyber Corp executives made up of Gainsley, Adrian Randolph Crump III, nicknamed simply Crump, Johnson, Nesbitt, and Lecter. They originally worked for Gozaboru Kyber in the military arms business. However, that changed when Seto Kyber, Gozaboru's adopted son, seized control of the business by manipulating the Big Five into giving him their shares of the company. This was achieved by promising to give them more power and respect. After Gozaboru was voted out of the company, Seto backed out of the deal, causing the Big Five to lose any power and control they already had, making them little more than figureheads with no real authority. After this event, the Big Five tried to back Maximilian Pegasus into becoming the new Kyber Corp boss by striking a deal if he could beat Kyber and Yugi in a duel. However, this of course failed after the events of Duelist Kingdom, and when Kyber found out, he immediately attempted to fire them. From this point onward, the manga and the anime actually split. In the manga, the Big Five are fired right here and right now and are actually never seen of again. However, the anime creates 2 filler arcs for these characters, which all starts with after Kyber attempts to fire them. In the anime, they offer Seto the opportunity to test his virtual reality game.
And whatever's in the middle of Boaz and Jashin is important, so there's a 2. So that means there's 2 people being judged in these, in this situation. So that means that Boaz and Jashin are the judges. God. And that kind of just makes a triangle overall, as you can see. So that's what we got for this. That's how we break down the letters. Okay, and then also July, just so you know, does convert to a Roman numeral, because all their letters do, and this is 7. Just so we're going in a full circle, that's how they got, that's where the original July to 7 came from, was Roman. Okay, so that one's done. So now we can switch back over to here. So now we can convert this number. So this number, and again, we're looking for a 4 digits. So x equals 20. And actually here, let me do it this way. Okay, so this is 20, and this number is 06. So there's a missing number here, because O doesn't really exist in numerology. It can be used as a placeholder, a space. It can mean that there's another letter or number that goes there. Depends on the formulation of Roman that you're converting. So far we have 20 something 6. Okay, well, we still have this number here, 42, right? Now, the obvious answer would be 4, which is July 4th, right? So let's put that up here. That's an option, July 4th. Okay, and then what is the year as well, right? We have a 2. Okay, well, there's the 2. So the most sense would be July 4th, 2026. What is July 4th, you ask? If you're not familiar. Holiday July 4th. Yep, okay. So that kind of aligns. Now we could do it the other way as well. It could be July again, but instead the 2nd of 2046. Okay. Plans 2046. Plans 2046. So there's obviously going to be different stuff that you're going to get on your Google, depending on what you're looking for. But, you know, the government's always planning ahead. They're always planning ahead, okay? They're always doing things. And some of them don't realize that God has a plan, and if they're not aligning with that plan, then they get got. So when you're looking for prophecies or premonitions, that's what the July 2nd, 2046 would be more of. It's way in the future. So if you were trying to make a prediction of your life, of how you could help something, right? There could be something bad that could happen on both of these dates, but we have to also think there could be something good, right? I have a court date on the 2nd in June. Now that is a little bit off from these dates. But again, the Romans, when they made the Statue of Liberty through the Freemasons, they were following a formula of some sort that we don't have the full picture here. So we just have these two speculated dates, and they could be in either order. I think July 4th, 2026 is the most likely one, because it is the year of the fire Trojan horse right now, and this one's too far in the future. And I did make a prediction for in 12 years, which, how many years is that away from this? Let's look. 2046 minus 2026. So that's in 20 years. So that's 20 years versus a couple days. So that's how I decoded the Statue of Liberty, and how it's probably going to be of some significance. I'm hoping people just watch my videos and wake the fuck up. It's kind of really frustrating, honestly. Like, my life's on the line here, and people are just going up the Statue of Liberty, just hee hee, here's my selfie. Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna go back, now that we did the Statue of Liberty, because it all comes back to this 2. So what does that 2 mean, right? Whatever your number is that you end up with, what does that mean, right? What does that mean to you? Well, there's a whole chart. You can just Google it, right? Life class numbers, and it will tell you all of the numbers. Now there's sometimes special numbers, double-digit numbers, stuff like that. Sometimes you might have a very unique number coming down when you're coming down. This is why sometimes you got to check each individual number before you get to your whole number, because there might be hidden stuff, right? Like this 20 was used, right? So 2, ultimately, is for the diplomat. I also saw that it was called the peacemaker, a person that comes that basically is how it describes a peacemaker. Your journey revolves around partnership, balance, and emotional sensibility. And each one of these has different stuff, you know, and stuff that you would contribute to society. Okay? And there's multiple 2s. I can't be the only 2 in the entire globe. I'm just the only 2 that it feels like I'm actually trying to do something. And that's possibly why the Statue of Liberty prophesizes a lot about me and my birthday and my own court date of eviction and stuff like that. Like, this is literally kind of about a court date. I've put all the evidence on there. I've also put my social media in there. So if lawyers or whoever, I don't know, who sees that evidence. But maybe it'll be the Romans, and they will realize I'm being gang stalked by snake cultists. Okay? So hopefully this can help somebody else find out who they are, find out who their snake cultists are in their neighborhood, and help them expose their ass. And just remember, death doesn't exist for those that are truly with God. Okay? Death manifestation is a snake cult fucking bullshit. They're death manifestors. They fester. They're an infection. When you're with God, you're eternal. You don't die. Even if you feel like your guts are spilling out and you're about to die, you don't die. Close your eyes. The visual's too much for you. Maybe the audio's too much. Maybe something is something trying to manifest into your reality. And the snake cults, this is how they win. This is how they get you. Look how many people they've killed. And they get in your head. They don't even have to directly kill you. They just manifest death through other people too. They're murderers, indirect murderers. And they're everywhere. They're all over the Black Mirrors. They're on your neighborhood block, walking around, trying to scare you, trying to think that you're being stalked and you're going to get killed. Next time you see a car following you, turn and look straight at them. Smile, bitch! Get them on TikTok Live. Just start saying snake cult, snake cult, snake cult, snake cult. TikTok will hear you. Snake cult, snake cult, snake cult, snake cult, snake cult, SOS, snake cult, SOS. Say it on live chat. On your own live. Get their faces. Get their license plates. That's evidence. Because we're taking down these motherfuckers this year. We're starting to. And they're fucking scared. They've been prowling my block. I've had men in black have to show up. You're fucking done, snake cultists. We have trapped you. Be mad about it. Go and repent. And leave my people alone. Leave my people the fuck alone. Or I'm going to eviscerate you with Project Bluebeam. You were all laughing at Paris Hilton. Ha ha ha, that dumb bitch's house is burnt down. Ha ha. You didn't know that she was getting a new house. And what did she build with that? All part of the plan. We burned down some snake cultist houses in that burning. They definitely weren't on TikTok QQing. Because they knew. They knew God came for them. And painting your roof blue doesn't work. Not for you. Because as soon as you step outside, it happens so quick you wouldn't even notice you're dead. So get on your knees and repent. And do it live. Because I'm tired of you guys hiding in the shadows. I want you on the street. Butt-ass naked. Like I was. I made example. And you guys posted it on Facebook, sexualized me, put it on AI. I know what you did. We know what you did. Smile. You're on camera. And God's now in the courtroom. All hail Statue of Liberty. She was a copper penny before. You let her go green. See ya, snake cultists. I'll be waiting to see your videos of repentance. Or redemption or whatever. Or, you know, you can just turn to dust next time you step outside.
One of the most ancient celebration in Russia, Maslenitsa. Russians love Maslenitsa, and we celebrate it every year in all cities and all villages, and I love it since my childhood because in my village we celebrate it every year very, very hard. Imagine you've been eating all kinds of delicious thin pancakes for a whole week with cheese. Wall to give people hope that any walls which stop you from your dreams, both external and internal, can be broken. Last year it was a giant windmill, referring to Don Quixote, a knight who was endlessly fighting windmills. In Russian, saying fighting windmills means wasting energy on imaginary enemies or pointless struggles, and this is the burning heart of Danka. It refers to a story by the Russian writer Maxim Gorky. In it, people are lost in a dark forest in despair, then a man named Danka, out of love for people, tears his heart out of his chest. It's shining and burning like a torch, and he saves them, leads them out with his burning heart, but dies at the end. The hero turns his inner light into real fire that shows the path. His act is a pure, selfless love. And this idea, sharing the fire of your heart, is what this festival is about. A metaphorical heart covered with people's wishes tied on red ribbons is burning and warming everyone who lives the inner fire, who cannot stay cold-hearted, loves deeply, and is ready to share that flame with others. And I like to think that it reminds us of our inner flame, the kind of light that can get each of us through the cold and darkness.
So the trail I'm on is actually an ATV track, It's 3.8 miles to where I'm going, and you gain 2,500 feet of elevation. Getting closer. Looks like an old maybe horse corral or something. Whole bunch of bones. Pretty big bones. I wonder what animal they're from. More bones. I'm going there. But what is that structure? Woo! It is cold up here. I'm at about 9,500 feet elevation right now, so even though it's quite sunny outside, it is still very cold. I think it's about 35 degrees up here. Whew, look at this stove. What is this?
What's your name, soldier?
Bond. James Bond, gold mine, gold member, golden eye, golden guy, the man with the golden man, golden eye mine, James Gunn, James Brown. The main campaign is playable? You can either go online, earn the number. I'm gonna earn the number. Actually, I'm gonna earn the letter. The letter A, 3 times. Call me James because of all of my great games. James Bond Racing set the gold standard. Racing games, gold member, golden finger. Oh my god! What was that? I checked it out. Something fell from the sky. Must have been Skyfall. Hey, shit. He's like cold at night. Now I'm in a small pond. Call me James Pond. It's like a game with a frog and Parker. Peter Parker, gold member. A receipt from Bond. Die Bond. Die guy. Who's dead? James dead. Give me this fucking watcher. Hey!
Okay. The hierarchy of something special. I have brought the incompetent.
You may leave, Tartarus. And take your boots with you.
Release the prisoner.
The council decided to have you hung by your own feet and your corpse paraded through the city. But ultimately the terms of your execution are up to you.
I am already dead.
You know where we are.
The mausoleum of the Republic.
Quite so. Here rests the background of this journey. Every arbitrary from first to last. Each one created and consumed in times of extraordinary crisis. The taming of the hunters, the grunt revenge. If it not for the arbiters, the covenant would have broken long ago.
Even on my knees, I do not belong to parents.
His destruction was your error, and you right to their blame. The council won. Focus on it. We know you are no heretic. This is the true face of heresy. One who would subvert our faith and incite rebellion against the High Council.
Our prophets are false. Open your eyes, my mother. They went to the faith of our forefathers to bring ruin to us all. The great journey.
This heretic, and those who follow him, must be silenced. Yes, the land will offend all.
What use? I can no longer command a ship. Lead troops into battle.
Not as you are, but become the arbiter. And you shall be set loose against this heresy, our blessing.
What of the council?
The tasks you must undertake as the arbiter are perilous, suicidal. You will die, as each arbiter has before you. The council will have their corpse.